Alrighty, you guys, welcome back to a brand new Big Cherry Retro React here on
The ankle.
Hey Amber.
I hit you like I'm young.
The ankle's a little mean.
So, good day, everyone. I hope everyone's having a good one, and thank you so much for tuning on in. As always, let me know your thoughts down in the comments. Like and subscribe. So, I don't really want to waste any time today because this is going to be a freaking long one. Oh my god. The first one is called What a Nightmare, and it's like 11 minutes. I knew that one wasn't going to be enough for like one whole video, most likely, or it would be 20 to 30 minutes. Yeah. So, we are also doing the video after that, which is called My Mental Hospital Experience. And that one is like 21 minutes. So it's going to be a really long video. I know, y'all already know. Whenever I say that, it's more so just me mentally preparing myself. That's going to be a long ass video. No, but yeah. So that's the plan. I am highly speculative as to why she is sharing this story now. She never really talked about mental hospitals really all that much. And now all of a sudden she's whipping this story out. She's told us about her choking brother more often than any time spent in actual mental hospitals. So, and clearly it didn't do much to help her, so I have no idea where all this is coming from. Maybe that's something to ask a Destiny. Because this was around the time that Amber and Mindy were fighting so freaking much, and I bet Destiny's anxiety and panic attacks were probably through the roof during this time. But I don't know. We'll have to wait and see, I guess. But yeah, so with that, let's just dive right on in, guys, shall we? Starting down here.
Hello, amazing, beautiful, wonderful subscribers of mine.
Hey, Amber. Oh, the rotted teeth. No, they actually are rotted, though. That's scary. Ew. Oh. Oh.
Destiny, Cameron, and Chase all went into Ollie's real quick because we need some cat litter.
And, of course, you can't be bothered.
And I was like, you know what? I'm just gonna hold the fort down since you'll be in there for 3 seconds.
Eye roll. No, you're lazy.
Oh, I just wanted to say hi. And someone was asking, why do I always wear my ring on my pointer finger? I don't. I think it's just like a coincidence. But yeah, my butterfly ring, isn't that cute? And I'm wearing a bracelet today. A rose bracelet. I have so many bracelets, you guys. I don't even understand. And
I don't know how her neck is covering up this necklace right now. That's crazy. Lord.
usually don't wear them. I don't know why, but I decided, you know what? I'm gonna.
You don't know why you don't usually wear bracelets? Let me tell you what. As a bigger person, well, when I was much bigger, yeah, bracelets were a no-go. Bracelets were a no-go. There was no fit in my fat hand into them.
One today because it matches good, and I'm wearing 2 necklaces.
Matches well. Oh my god.
Because I don't know, it just looks fucking awesome together.
It doesn't look awesome how you have to pull it out from under your chin, dude. I'm sorry. I'm sorry, but like that's rough. That's real rough.
Hair was down, but I put it up because it was annoying. You know how that goes.
God, her voice today, it's like fucking nails on a chalkboard. Oh my god. I also have to do a reaction to Beck's latest upload, which I'm very excited for, but I know that one's going to be a very long one as well.
What do you guys think of the bow again?
Looks like you placed it on the side of a turd.
I've been really into bows lately, so.
Okay. Yeah, you go through your fascinations with them every now and then. Jumbo Siwa. Whoever started calling her that, y'all are evil, but fucking geniuses. Jumbo Siwa. I hate it. Ew. Ew. What was that old medieval torture technique where they would like sear a hot iron spike through your tongue. I think it was for like blasphemers or something.
By the way, this is completely random, but I told you guys about that other weight loss program,
Yeah, let me guess. That ain't happening.
and I'm not gonna do it
Shocker.
because it ended up being another medical freaking weight loss thing. And
Oh no. Oh no. How dare they? Amber, you need something, dude.
I'm not taking pills, and that's what it was. Like, I'm just not,
She'll find any excuse. She'll find any freaking excuse. Because she has a huge issue with swallowing pills, but injecting herself directly. Okay. Okay. Well, she's not the one injecting herself. She makes her mom do it.
I feel like if I ever took weight loss pills again, it would be when I'm a lot smaller than this.
Well, you better do it now, dog, because you ain't ever going to be this small again. Which is fucking crazy, because she's 480 pounds. What the fuck?
The blood pressure that it gave me was just outrageous, so.
Oh, okay, it was that medicine again. Well, then, yeah, maybe stay away from that, but there are other means, you know? I think Mindy is just so fucking hell-bent on getting this bitch off her payroll. Payroll, like, you know. She's eating Mindy out of her house and home, just like she did to Crystal's parents, just like she did to her and Destiny. That's why they had to move.
No to phentermine. All these freaking weight loss clinics just want to fucking stuff phentermine down your throat, and I'm just like, no, get the fuck away from me. So.
Well, Amber, you could take the initiative into your own hands and find something that would actually be beneficial for you or would work for, you know, your ideas of what weight loss should be. I don't fucking know. But you could take the initiative and do it instead of making Mindy be the only person looking into bettering yourself.
Excuse my language. I'm just really tired of it because I want to see like a normal nutritionist who feeds me the right knowledge, not just feeds me pills, you know? One more thing. I did.
Well, I mean, to be honest, pills can be helpful, but I understand.
Close my Ask FM account. A lot of people were wondering why. It's because people in there were starting rumors and.
Oh. Oh. Oh, I want to know what this is about.
Lying, saying cruel, disgusting things.
What, that you're an abuser? Yeah, people clocked your tea even back then, dude.
That weren't true. It's not cute. I don't like that website anymore at all, in the slightest.
Damn, it's because that's where people let her know what they really think.
It was always so negative and just putting me in a bad mood. You know, I'd be on there acting like my guard was up and strong and like, oh, I got this. But really, I was like under my blankets in my bed just crying, sobbing. Like,
Eye roll. You're the only one that can put yourself through that. Don't be calling the site toxic when, you know, it's the energy you bring to it, dude. Your audience doesn't like you already.
I didn't start YouTube for this negativity. I didn't at all.
Oh, eye roll.
And it sucks that it found me. But
The thing is, though, Amber, it doesn't find most people like that. You gotta be just a different kind of person, like incoherent or not making cognitive decisions within your life to be able to, like, I don't know, garner that much hate. Like, there are people out there like Trisha Paytas, Jeffree Star, who, like, necessarily aren't great people, but there's a mix, you know? There's still plenty of people that support them alongside the plenty of people that dislike them. That, I think, is more relatively normal than someone like Amber, who has a majority of their audience that does not like them. It's just crazy to me, dude. You gotta be a special kind of fucked up for that, I guess.
build a strong skin and backbone to be able
Yeah, we're working on like a rhinoceros hide here. That was mean.
to continue making these YouTube videos. And I feel like it'll help me a lot if I just don't have Ask FM anymore, because
Oh yeah, it's definitely Ask FM's the issue. Well, now they're just going to come to your YouTube comments for all of the rumors and tea, girl.
it wasn't.
What's that guinea pig noise happening?
It was
Is that her side, like, getting stuck on the middle console?
nothing that ever brought me any positivity or happiness, and I think I need to keep those things in my life and then take out the things that are poison and venom and just disgusting, cruel, disgusting.
So yourself? Ooh, that sounded dark. I didn't mean it like that.
I can't get over it. Sorry. But then that also brings you guys probably to the question of why don't I delete YouTube comments that are cruel? Because I don't read those. I don't.
Huh? Bitch be reading all the comments. She says I read all the comments, I just don't interact. But she just magically knows which ones are supportive and which ones are negative. Okay.
With them, I read absolutely everything that was said to me, whether I replied to it or deleted it. But
yeah, that's how you are on every social media, dude. That's how every girlfriend has said you are. You're obsessed with what people have to say about you. Which, like, I can understand a little bit. A little bit. I ain't gonna lie that, like, my, what would I call it? Curiosity has gotten the best of me. And, like, sometimes I'll see, like, on the subreddit what people might be saying. And actually, I've gotten some really good criticism from there. And I think that has also helped to push this channel. But going there every single day is fucking ridiculous. And I just don't know how mentally she could put herself through that, other than she's so goddamn obsessed with herself. Like, it's crazy. It really, really is.
on YouTube, I can't read all the comments because I get so much. I try my hardest. My thing has been read as much as I can, and when I reply to people, it is mainly the first, like, 10 to 15 people, sometimes less depending, 10 to 15 people who
She's giving us a lot of over explanation, which means this is all BS. She reads every single freaking thing that people say about her.
comment on my YouTube video that I just uploaded. So
Which makes sense that she would do that. Every action that she does is rooted in self-harm. And reading a bunch of negative comments about yourself, going out and looking for things written about yourself, that in and of itself is kind of self-harm.
that's just how I've been doing it. It's a lot easier, or if there's like a really important question, I'll answer that. Anyways. If you guys have anything in your life that is like negative Nancy's, just
So yourself,
say goodbye. You don't
say goodbye to yourself, Amber, which is honestly what she needs to do. She needs to say goodbye to the old Amber and create someone new. But she can't do that without serious professional help.
need it in your life. Just spread love, light, positivity.
It's always those people. It's always the spread positivity, spread light, spread love. It's always those people that are the most nasty.
And you will feel so much better, honestly.
Yeah, do you feel better? You can't even get up out of the car.
Any luck? We got 3 bags of kitty litter. We got 60 pounds of kitty litter. Let me put it that way.
Why?
So each bag.
$15.
That's not bad.
So is that a good deal?
Yeah, because I was paying $20 for 30 pounds at Walmart.
How long do you think that'll last?
Probably a good.
Yeah, you have no idea because you don't take care of the animals.
Wow.
People think I'm scared of this.
What?
How many people you think I'm scared of?
What are you doing?
Rude, Amber.
Nothing.
Don't, Cameron. There's a freaking.
Cameron and Chase.
4th of July.
Chase, say hi to YouTube.
These are children, Amber. What the fuck are you doing?
What? Say hi to YouTube. Hello. Oh,
Hello.
another shy one.
No, they just don't like you. Oh my fucking god. They don't like you, and you're just whipping around, probably stirring up your stink in the car while you're at it. to stick a camera in their faces. Shut up. Oh my god.
Anyways, so we're currently at
She pisses me off so much.
Walmart right now, and I had no idea. I don't know when this happened, but
What's the fucking beeping?
Walmart freaking sells Quest bars. Like what? I still have never tried.
You were buying Quest bars at Walmart to begin with, Amber. Huh?
The mint chocolate chunk, which is ironic because mint is like my life. But what? And they have a s'mores one. I've never tried that one.
Mint is like her life, but brushing those chiclets, no, that ain't gonna happen.
And the freaking white chocolate raspberry looks so good. Like they usually only sell these at GNC. Like,
And no, they don't. She's so dumb. And she's in one of those frickin' mobility scooters. Once again, she said that she was going to try to not use them. Or she didn't say she was going to try. She said, I'm done using them. I need to get up and stop being lazy. Well, that went out the window. Go figure. She said, I need to stop using them, so I'm just going to stop going.
Walmart goals.
Sure, you add flavor to your noodle. Or
So I just filmed a review
She's always filming kids in awkward situations.
on the vegan complete cookie. So I don't know if that's up before.
Oh, she's so out of breath.
I don't know if that'll be up before this video or not, but it was alright. I'll let you guys watch that and decipher if you want to try it or not. But
Good lord.
if you're a vegan, you should let me know if you've tried it and if you liked it. And I just
A lot of y'all are saying, yeah, no, it did taste like Play-Doh, so you have tried it also. I can't remember if I've tried that brand or not, but I've definitely seen them in, like I said, the gentrified Brooklyn bodegas. If it ain't like a hole-in-the-wall corner shop with the dirtiest grill that you've ever seen, it ain't gonna be good. I'm telling y'all. I am telling y'all, if they don't have a cat walking around, fuck it. It ain't worth it.
I want to say though, this lighting right now is on freaking point, and you could see me in
Ew.
the back in the mirror, like, hey, but
Yay, Amberlynn taking up 80% of the screen.
damn girl, like lighting for days. I feel like when I'm sitting
Ew.
in the car, the lighting is fucking horrendous, and I'm like,
So maybe get out of the car, fucking do something.
that's not what I look like. I look like this in this lighting, like.
Amber, do you really think it makes a difference? Do you really think it makes a freaking difference? Okay. I mean, when you're not 500 pounds, yeah, lighting does make a difference. Absolutely. But when you're 500 plus pounds, you're 500 plus pounds.
BT dubs.
Oh my god. Holy shit. I've never seen someone with that kind of circumference.
This was a nightmare last night. This is a smoke detector.
What, did you have to change the batteries?
And I was in such a deep sleep last night. I was so tired. Got back from a party. Oh,
Didn't shower.
for it though. So I was like sleeping like a rock. And this went off, and I literally was dreaming.
I hate how she, I don't know what accent she's going for or something, but, when she pulls out that sassy, and I had no idea. It makes me just, side-eye her a little bit.
That I was in like a bank robbing the place.
Of course you were the criminal.
And I looked up at the ceiling, and all these red lines started happening. That's not what really happened in real life, but I was dreaming.
No Yeah, just to reiterate, guys, it wasn't in real life. Fucking Christ. All these red lines, you mean lasers?
And Destiny had to wake me up, and she's like, "What's wrong? Oh my god, what's that noise?" And it was a freaking smoke detector, so we kept trying to turn it off, and it was going.
Huh? Destiny woke you up, what's wrong? What was she tossing and turning? Like, give me the
on,
money.
like
Put it in the bag.
this loud alarm. It wasn't just like a typical smoke detector that beeps. It was like a hardcore, like just alarm.
Could that be a carbon monoxide detector? And y'all just ignored it and took it down? God damn, that seems really dangerous.
This was happening repeatedly all night. So Destiny finally got up.
I mean, either it's batteries or that's carbon monoxide.
Get out from the wall,
Which, to be fair, Amberlynn probably just ripped ass, let out a long ass fart, and it probably set off the carbon monoxide.
right there. And we're like, okay, that's bound to work. We get back to sleep, and there it goes. Happens again. So we took out the batteries, and we're like, we got it. It'll stop now. We can get some sleep. No, girl. No, girl.
You didn't think that this is possibly something to worry about?
Starts beeping without batteries. Right then and there, I'm like, the shit's haunted. The fucking shit's haunted. It was just a thing.
She's so annoying. Oh my god.
Oh, and by the way,
Who can relate to this? That's what I genuinely want to know. Like, who can relate? Because you know that younger people would think she's so fucking uncool. Like, you know they would. And older people would see through her shit so easily. I don't understand, like, who actually enjoyed this.
I'm sorry
Maybe I'm starting to realize she never had support like she thought she did.
that I've been cursing a lot lately. I have just been feeling like really, I could be myself on these YouTube videos, and it's like, I'm almost to the point where it's like, if you guys want to accept me as who I am.
Oh. Oh, smuggling coming on in.
Then it's just not even worth it, because it's like, why would I want to fake being someone else? Like, I am a truck driver when it comes to cussing.
Yeah, we didn't see that though with Crystal Era. You were very fake then. Is that what you're saying?
Cuss like a truck driver and like a freaking sailor.
Failure. Which is fine. I've always said I don't play into like politeness politics and shit like that. I think someone can swear and they can still get their message across. But sometimes it is indicative of a lower functioning, you know.
Sailor. I can't say that word, but anyways. I'm all over the place
Eye roll. Oh my god, I can't even say the super simple word.
today. I'm on lack of food.
Yeah, okay.
I need some more caffeine. It's just one of them days. But I just
Oh, I thought you didn't like caffeine. She definitely doesn't need fucking more.
want to say that story about the alarm. I better not do that tonight, because this girl needs her beauty sleep.
Girl, you could sleep for 10 years. I don't think it's gonna help.
So
Well, actually, it would if she wasn't eating. I mean, hey.
here is my outfit. I'm gonna start like showing
Outfit!
my outfit. Right.
I hate how every time she fucking says it. It's not like just a one-time occurrence. She always pronounces it outfit. Outfit. Oh my god.
Here in this mirror. I had to change my pants though, because hashtag girl problems.
Ew. Ew.
Well, something happened, and it was just one of them days, you know.
So, once again, free bleeding. Okay, Ambi. Or you shit yourself. Which one?
So
Just girly pop things. Shit myself.
I really love wearing two necklaces at once.
Wow.
Maybe it has to match.
Yeah, Avi. Avi shouldn't be stuck under your neck.
So I thought this looked really cute together. These are two different necklaces.
Okay,
And I have earrings
crazy.
to match this, though. These little leaves. Leaves, though.
Oh my god.
Worked out good. Oh, shit.
Killed him. He grabbed his bowl. Is that Elmo?
And again, no one is interacting with Amber.
Oh, Dee Dee. What you gonna do? What you gonna do? Oh, shit. Okay.
I hope those aren't the little girls' toys. That's a loud ass bear.
Aww, look how cute.
Get it, Dee Dee. Ooh, Dee Dee.
This is so boring, you guys. Oh my god. She just records shit, like, ominously from the corner.
You see me in the shower, don't
Amber, is this really worth, like, 3+ minutes in a vlog?
You getting them all worked up.
Oh my gosh, because of the party last night, I have mosquito bites all over.
I mean, probably, but you probably have, like, bed bugs or ticks.
And I have got a lot of mosquito bites, like, as a little girl. And I will literally itch them until they turn into scabs, aka, like,
The gunshot wound.
that's why my arm looks like that. And it's just, like, something I've been doing since I was a little girl. And I have so many, and I'm just, like, itching them, and I'm trying.
You need to practice some self-restraint, dude. Oh my god. Like, she acts as if she's really incapable, and I feel like that in and of itself is ableist in a way, because she is capable. She is, okay? She just doesn't want to practice restraint.
My hardest to not itch them because I don't need those scabs on my body.
Girl, you don't need those infections because you're not cleaning. My god, put some oven mitts on her and duct tape them on.
So, my mom's little trick is put an X inside of your mosquito bites and they'll stop itching. Do you guys have any remedies? I don't know. But
Well, clearly it doesn't freaking help, dude. I mean, clearly you wouldn't still be scratching them.
I hope you guys enjoyed this video and I'll see you in the next one. Bye!
The thing is, though, I love how she showed that one on her arm, but she's had that one for like weeks now. So, what? Now she's gonna have even more? Wonderful. Alright, on to the juice of this video. I'm not sure, like, exactly what this is gonna be.
Hey guys, so
Hey, Amber. I'm not a fan of this top. Too much. It's too much. I really don't know what to think of this. Sorry. Has this video been, like, widely talked about?
Oh, I have been wanting to film this video for quite some time now. I've just been really hesitant of doing so because I will come on YouTube and I'll like open myself up and I'll talk about something that I went through in the past that has either traumatized me or made me a stronger person or what have you. And
The thing is, Amber, nothing has made you a stronger person because being a stronger person also means becoming a better person. And you haven't done that. You haven't. You still falter and cry at the same trivial shit every damn day. You haven't gotten stronger. And that's the thing that I think a lot of people don't realize about trauma. It doesn't make you stronger. You might see that shield, those walls that you put up as strength, but that's not strength. That's just an outward projection. Real strength comes from change and comes from actually growing from a situation. Amber hasn't done that. If every instance in her life she turns around and has to victimize herself, she isn't going to grow. She isn't. Because even in situations where you are the victim, it ain't wise to sit there and mope about it, like, to victimize yourself. Because everyone has some hand in their own life choices.
A lot of people watch them and they're like, oh, she keeps saying, so she's lying, and things like that. And it's like,
No, Amber. It's more so the looking around the room, the telling too much information. Like, you can just tell you're kind of padding your stories.
hard for me to wrap my head around because
Yeah, of course. You can't comprehend how people can tell that you're lying.
I'm the furthest from lying. Like, I have been.
But again, she filmed the "What I Lied About" video. So, you're the furthest thing from a liar, but oh, by the way, sorry guys, yes, I did lie. About a lot, actually. Okay.
A lot at a younger age, and I'm sure many of you have too. And I think
You don't give people that validity, though.
sharing stories just proves that a lot of people aren't alone. So this is when I went to a mental hospital. I was in high school.
I don't think they should have let her go, to be honest.
I was living with my parents at the time. As you guys know, I was in foster care, but we had a 6-month trial period. That is what they called it. That is where I went back with them, and the state was gonna see, okay.
So, she was in high school. Were her parents even still together by that point? Because then, just a few years later, outside of high school, she moved in with her mom and with Aunt Tammy, and then they got kicked out of there and had to go live with grandma, and that's where they were kicked out of next. When did dad split off from the picture?
Do the kids start going to school more? Are they more healthier? Do the parents seem more active in their lives? Is it a more healthier lifestyle?
Are they no longer doing drugs? I think that would be the main priority.
It was just a test run, and it ended up lasting more than 6 months. So during that 6 months, my parents.
But wasn't she with a foster parent until she aged out of the system? But she said it was around 16, 17 when this happened? What? See, I have no fucking clue.
Were able to cheat the fucking system, excuse my language. They were still doing drugs, they were still violent with each other, they were still neglecting me and my.
The thing is, though, like, would they not have drug tested them? Right? I know I went on that whole rant about drug tests in the workplace. That's just for certain jobs, not all of them. I 1,000% hear your guys's stances on like why certain professionals out there and in certain fields need to. I'm not arguing on that at all. And I agree that if you want to get your kids back, you should be drug tested. If that's the whole reason they were taken in the first place, like, hello.
And it was bad.
But it ended up lasting more than the regular trial period. I don't know, dude.
I got really depressed. I'm talking suicidal thoughts. A lot of the time
Let me guess. You would threaten it. And that's probably what got you sent to the mental hospital, Amber. Yeah. Fuck around and find out.
I'd hide myself in my room, and I just couldn't even believe what was happening. Can't even talk. I couldn't even believe what was happening because I thought they changed. When we were in the courtroom and they said, okay, you get your 6-month trial period, me and my brother looked at each other and we bawled our eyes out. We're like, our parents did it. They did it for us. It was a lie. We got home, we saw that it was a bunch of bullshit.
And you just went with it? I mean, listen, I could understand the want to just like be with your parents. I get that. But I don't know. I don't know. It also kind of makes sense to me that Amberlynn herself is addicted to the trauma. And I think that also comes down to what it is because she consumed so much media related to trauma. I think she's addicted to it. I think she is, and how everything is just so traumatizing to her. She's addicted to trauma. And people can be addicted to their um, setbacks. People can become addicted to their anxiety if they allow it to, eat away at them, or their depression. Even you can get addicted to the cycle that you've gotten yourself into, or the rut that you got yourself into. I do think it's possible. It might not be like, you know addiction, obviously, but you can be addicted to a feeling, an emotion. She's addicted to being the victim, and in pretty much all situations, the quote unquote victim is the one that walks away with the trauma.
That triggered a lot in me. I just went into silent mode.
Lord. Answered everyone's prayers, finally. She shut up. No, I'm kidding.
At home, I was silent, I was distant, I was just.
I highly doubt that, girl. I highly doubt that. Can you imagine Amberlynn allowing her emotions to go unchecked or like unspoken for? No, absolutely not.
It was bad. And then I would go out with my friends, and that's when I started smoking and I started drinking, and I just got in like a stage of like I wasn't myself at all. Even my brother saw that. And then my parents got a separation, and that.
Okay, so it was later on. I'll believe that. But wasn't this the brother that would spit in your face, call you fat, this and that? No? No? No?
That was just mind-boggling to me. I didn't know that would ever happen. And my mom moved just down the street from us. We lived in a trailer park, and she met some guy, and they started dating, and it was just a weird situation.
Okay, it's not making any sense to me, to be honest, but once again, I will admit, I don't know how the system worked back then. I don't even know really how the system works now, so.
Me and my dad lived in the same trailer, and I didn't see him for weeks on end. You guys might think I'm exaggerating, I'm lying. Call it what you will, but this was my life.
Yeah, something tells me she's lying.
My room was on the one end of the trailer, and his was on the other, and like the only time I would see him was when I needed something, which was very rare because.
So, you only went to your father for when you needed something. That's what that sounds like, Amber. I mean, granted, hey, it's not the child's responsibility to reach out all the time and to build that relationship with their parent. 1,000%. But you only going to your parents when you need something, yeah, that's kind of how you are. You only use people and go to them when you need something, which is pretty much always.
He actually paid his friends to take care of me and my brother. How he paid them was through drugs.
Well, I mean, I wouldn't be having my clients babysit my kids, but shit.
It's pretty ridiculous. Like when I was in high school, again, living with them, I wouldn't be picked up from school until like 3 hours after school. Call my freaking high school, ask them yourself.
Oh, yeah, do you really want to open up that can of worms, dude? Because your school years, to your benefit, has been mostly silent. That could change. That really could. But I don't know why this smugness on her face through all of this. If it was oh so hard, why were you so smug about it?
It happened. And the only reason why I was
Also, by the way, girl, that is nothing, okay? As someone who was in extracurricular activities in high school, there were some times I wasn't picked up until 8 or 9 p.m. I was at school for over 12 fucking hours. That's just how it is sometimes, but you didn't do shit. So, of course, 3 hours after school, you're like, I want to go home and eat.
up was because of my dad's friends, drug addict friends.
Okay, more friends than you had. Fucking rude. Just because they had an addiction to a substance and your shitty father was selling them that substance doesn't mean that they are bad people. They were helping you out, Amber. More so than your own family even would. And as long as they were appropriate and not, nasty or weird around you, I would take that as somewhat of a blessing. I mean, it's the silver lining in the situation, It's not ideal in any sense, but like you got to look for the silver lining, dog.
The reason why I say a lot, I just want to make that known right now, is because
She's dumb. I say a lot too. It's not like who cares? Who cares?
I'm racking my brain trying to figure out what I want to say next, and it's just
that would have scared the shit out of me. Oh my god, the door opening and then fully closing would have scared the shit out of me.
It's a lot. Sorry, that was my girlfriend.
Oh, she was closing the door. So no one wants to fucking hear your shit, dog. Shut up.
It's just a lot to kind of wrap my head around. So anyway.
Also, you notice how we haven't seen Mindy in a minute? Oh.
Let's just skip all that. I don't want this video to be really long, but I just want to say my dad would never see us, and it was starting to become really hard because he would have people come in and out of the trailer constantly.
And how was this going completely unnoticed by the system? Was no one doing welfare checks?
He was selling and buying drugs. It was disgusting. Things were getting worse. I was becoming miserable.
You said you already were, but okay, now she's becoming. Okay.
Everything started right now. I texted my friend. I was in high school and I was texting her and I said, I wish I was dead. I want to die. I do not want to be.
Oh, wait, I do remember this. Okay. And I guarantee you that friend was like, yo, what the fuck? I mean, to be honest, I've had to do that before in high school. Someone was texting me very alarming things, and I sent all their information, phone number, address, to a teacher who I had their number, and they contacted, I forget what the term for it was, but they contacted the proper help to go and check up on her. So it's a scary thing. And I know that most of the time when people reach out with that, it's usually just a cry for help, but that cry for help needs to be professionally addressed. So I always take it as very serious. I mean, I've told the story before, but one of my very bestest friends in high school attempted to commit, and just ever since that point, it strikes very close to home for me. So I take it very, very seriously when someone throws that out.
Here anymore. The next day, I go to school and they call me into the office. I didn't think anything of it. I thought it was.
And you can call the police on an adult who's threatening to harm themselves. You can.
I didn't do my homework, blah, blah, because I literally sucked in class. I didn't do anything, didn't pay attention, didn't do my homework. I didn't care about anything, and it's because of my life at home.
Nah. Well, yeah, okay, valid, yes. I could see that, but you are an adult now, so doesn't give you the excuse to continue to perpetuate that, well, I just never learned anything. Oh, I was just so preoccupied with my parents' abuse. You're an adult now, okay?
So I thought, okay, I'm in trouble again because I didn't do my work, whatever. I did not care. I was probably high at the time because of.
Also, once again, you want to talk poorly about drug addicts, but you were just getting high all the fucking time in high school, okay? Um, but I also find it interesting every time that um, CPS allegedly stepped into the situation, she was always called down to the office. Always. Every single story about the separation when she was younger and when she was older, it's, oh, well, I was called down to the principal's office. I don't know. It just seems fishy.
All I did was sulk, smoke, drink. That's it.
Wow. So basically, what you do nowadays? 34 years old, Ambi, and nothing's changed at all.
So I went into the office and there was a police officer and I'm like, okay, this is how it happened before when I got taken away from my parents. So I seriously thought I was getting taken away from my parents again. And I was like, I'm not surprised they're doing drugs, blah, blah, blah. But it turned out my friend's mom saw the text message.
Well, she probably showed it to her mom.
On her phone. And I lied so hard, you guys, you wouldn't even believe it. They're like, are you suicidal? And I'm like, no, I'm not. I was joking. Then the lady looked down at my arms. I had eraser burns. I had cuts on my wrist because I did hurt myself.
Now, this is also where I am questioning. Scars can heal, but a lot of my friends that did that stuff in like middle school and some of high school, yeah, they still got scars from it. So,
at the time, I was not trying to kill myself per se. I was not strong enough to do so. People who commit suicide are strong.
Amber, careful.
Freaking people. I'm just gonna say that now. It's devastating, but they're strong. I was too weak to do so, but I constantly would hurt.
Oh my god, I hate the way that she's talking about this. No. This is... No. No. We don't need to attribute anything but the immense pain that goes behind that. We don't need to say they're strong or weak. That just rubs me the wrong way.
The lady looked down at my wrist. The cop looked down at my wrist. And when I say lady, I think it was the counselor. I'm almost positive. And they're like,
well, you can't say counselor. You have to diminish her to lady. She's a professional.
You need to come with us. And I'm like, what? So I ended up going.
Well, yeah, you had no choice.
We went to the city away from mine, and it was at a mental hospital. But I think it was for older people because they put me in this room with just one chair.
While, Amber, you probably had to go to a more physically accessible place, yes.
And then this lady came in, and she's like, okay, so I'm gonna ask you a bunch of questions. And I'm like, okay, what is happening? And she's like, I called your dad, and he's on his way. And I was figuring he was gonna come get me. So she asked me a bunch of questions. I lied about everything. Like, I was trying to seem like the happiest person in the freaking world, but I knew it was coming off as fake as fuck.
Well, story of your life, huh?
My dad ended up coming in, and he's like, okay, I'm here to pick up my daughter, blah, blah, blah. And she's like, no, come and sit in here. So they brought more chairs in, and we were all sitting in the room, and they were asking him about, like, how I act at home, and he literally had no answer. Like, he couldn't even answer. Like, he was high on something. I don't even know. And my brother was with him, and my brother was trying to answer, and what he was saying was the opposite of what I was saying, and it was just a whole mess. And my dad's like, okay, well, we're gonna go now. And
well, yeah, it's the opposite of what you were saying, because they were telling the truth, Amber. You were lying, which you always do.
She's like, no, actually, she is still, because since I was still, like, in foster care, but I was just in the trial with my parents, I was still, like, I was still in the state. Does that make sense? Like, my name was still, like, the state was my guardian. Like, it's hard for me to explain.
I mean, the state wasn't your guardian if they granted legal temporary guardianship to your parents again. But once again, I don't know how any of that works.
So my dad didn't really have any regulations or rules on me, and they could take me. So I thought I was gonna be staying there, but no, they brought a freaking ambulance in with a freaking gurney, and I'm like, a gurney? Like, what are you? Like, I don't even know what was happening. So
Amber, they're taking you in. What?
they explained everything to me, that I'm going to a mental hospital in Vallejo. If you guys are curious, I was living in California, which was like 45
She thinks she's so hot for that.
minutes away from where I even was. And they're like, you're gonna be there, and they're gonna help you, da da da. Like, I was traumatized. I was crying, freaking the fuck out.
Of course, she sees this as a bad thing. Amber, they were trying to help you. You seriously needed help, and they recognized that. And of course, you fought it every step of the way.
So I got on the gurney. We went our way. I was crying. I was trying to hide it. I was terrified. I didn't end up arriving at the mental hospital until like midnight, so everyone was sleeping. I didn't know what
Everyone was asleeping. Everyone was sleeping.
to expect at all. I had to take out my nose ring. I didn't have snake bites at the time. I don't have them now, as you guys can tell. I used
Thank God.
to have them, but I had to take out my nose ring. I had to give them everything. The only thing I was allowed to keep was my clothing. Literally, that's it. And all I had was a shirt and pair of pants. I didn't get sent with anything, obviously. It was like a last minute thing. And they put me in a room with 3 other girls, and I don't remember their names at all. So
Yeah, go figure. Go figure you don't. All my friends that spend time in those places, they have lifelong friends that they met in there. Of course, Amber, nothing.
I was in there and I was like freaking out, and I was trying to sleep. I actually ended up falling asleep, which was ironic, but they woke me up at 5 a.m. to take my blood, and I was like, okay, this is weird. So they took my blood, and I just kind of accepted it and went with it. And at
What were you going to do? I love how through all of this, she acts as if she still had full control over the situation. She didn't. That's the point.
that time, the sun was coming out, and I could like see in the room, and that's when I noticed that there were 3 girls, and I noticed like the table next to me, there were like markings of like how long people have stayed there, and it was crazy. Like people
She's making it sound like prison.
were there for like years. I was like, this isn't this no.
Wait, is this... It's kind of giving Girl Interrupted, isn't it? Just a bit.
I'm not gonna be here for years. Like, I was scared. And so not only did they take my blood, but they took the other 3 girls' blood, and then
Yes, Amber, that's called protocol.
and after everything was said and done, like, it was time to wake up for breakfast, and it was so weird. Like, some of the people I met there, like, there was this guy there who like saw leprechauns, and I was like, that's how I know, like, I do not belong here. I know I'm not gonna kill myself. I'm just like
Amber.
really depressed, and like I would explain that. And like, so the first day I was there, I met my roommates, which was really weird. And the 2 girls, because it was 2 beds and then 2 beds, the 2 girls in front of me, they were like lesbian lovers. I didn't know I was lesbian
Rude.
at the time, so it was really weird, and like they were really weird.
Rude, Amber. Fucking rude. Oh my God. See, even to this, she does not see herself in the same vein as these other people. She doesn't. She's like, oh no, I'm not as bad as them. Amber, yeah, you are. Oh my God.
And this part,
Honestly, she's probably way worse. And the fact that she talks about them in such a negative way shows that she thinks less of them. Just because they're in there and they need it. So did you, Amber, and you still need it.
kind of was when I was really like, where the fuck am I right now? One of the girls had a clit ring.
Oh, I remember this story. Oh, yeah, I remember this story.
that wasn't taken out, which was weird because my nose ring had to be taken out.
Well, that's a very obvious piercing. Maybe they weren't like metal detecting, like, cavity searching them.
And she literally pulls it off right in front of me and starts bleeding. And I'm like,
That just sounds crazy. That sounds crazy, dude. What the fuck?
I literally got the fuck up. I went out, talked to the staff, and said I do not want to be in that room at all.
I could 1,000% see Amberlynn walking out carrying like her imaginary purse and being like, I will not stay in this room any longer. I demand to be moved.
No, thank you. Like, I haven't even been awake for like 3 hours and I'm already like traumatized to death. And
Okay, so that is traumatizing her to death. But once again, druggy parents. Okay.
and they're like, oh, we can't do that. Nah, 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 nah. This whole thing. And then there was like this mini school there where we had to go to school for a couple hours. And then we had to do like mini PE, which was like listening to music. Like, it was really weird.
Amber, they were probably trying to get you up and moving.
I met this guy named Ronnie. He's the only name I remember. I don't know why, honestly. I think I had a crush on him, to be honest. I don't remember why he was there. I know he was really quiet. And I remember...
Oh, another boy crush. Go figure. I don't know how, like, you recognize that you had intimate relations with men and you had physical attraction to men, and then all of a sudden it's just, nope, never was that, never was, nope, always a lesbian. I mean, listen, things are very nuanced when it comes to sexuality. But goddamn, it's a little odd to me.
This was like the second day I was there. One of the rules was you cannot pass notes, you can't whisper, you can't talk in secrecy, you can't anything. And this was when MySpace was a thing. I passed him a note and I gave him my MySpace, and I got caught. And I was really scared when I got caught because it was this black nurse that's all...
Excuse you? The fuck does that have to do with anything?
I remember about her. I'm not racist, I'm just trying to describe her the best of my ability, but that's all I remember.
So then you can just say a nurse, Amber. It does not matter what her ethnicity was. Fucking A. You're weird. You are weird, okay? It's like you're giving unnecessary information. It's like you're trying to dock this person down already.
She's like, come with me, and I'm like, oh fuck, what is about to happen? And she put me in this room with padded fucking walls. I'm not kidding. Like, I always thought that was like just like a myth, like that mental...
No, that's what you needed.
Hospitals had padded walls, but this was legit a padded wall. But it was blue padded wall. It wasn't white like what you expect. And
okay, Amber. Oh my god.
there was a freaking punching bag. It was weird. Never have I seen that. And
this just seems very insensitive, right? Right? And it feels gross because she needs a place like that. I think it's been proven. She needs a place like that. But look at how she talks about a place that's there to help you. She thinks it's so crazy and so weird and just like this oh so horrible, traumatizing place. And it can be. It can be. But she needs a stable, very structured, and just an environment with those kinds of rules.
she showed me a little note that I handed Ronnie, and she's like, you can't be doing this. And I was trying so hard not to cry. I did not want to cry a single time while I was there because I wanted to leave the place more than anything. I wanted to see...
So what, you think not crying will make you seem put together? Oh, eye roll, dude.
happy. I wanted to seem all these things that I wasn't. And she was just like grilling me. She's like, you have to sit in here for an hour and think about what you did wrong. Oh my god.
You poor thing. A whole hour? Oh my god.
Like, I literally felt this small. The minute she left, I just fell to the floor, the padded floor, and I just started crying.
Yeah, I can imagine that. Amber being told, sit down for just an hour, chill out, you'll be fine. And she throws herself to the floor crying. Oh my god, dude.
And then, ironically enough, after that little padded floor incident, I needed to go to a different room, and I'm like, oh god, what did I do now? What are they gonna do now? Shoot me up with something? Like,
Rude. You're so fucking. Oh my god, Amber.
I was honestly traumatized. And
How many times do we need to fucking repeat it? What did I say about her addiction to being traumatized? Or what she sees as trauma? Come on.
I actually had to go and sit with like these three people, and
It lights her up inside to know that she was wronged.
they were just asking me questions. I didn't know who these people were. Duh, they work there, but I don't know who, why, what.
Probably doctors. Doctors? My god, Amber.
They were asking me how I was doing, and they're like, okay, we're gonna put you on these antidepressants. But they were like asking, have you done antidepressants before? And I'm like, yes, I did Prozac, it didn't work. I did Wellbutrin, and it did. But then I stopped taking it, blah, blah. So they're like, okay, we're gonna put
Okay, so that was your fault.
you back on Wellbutrin, blah, blah. And I was like, okay. And she's like, you'll start it tonight. And I'm like, okay.
I hate how she tells the story. And she was like, and then I was like, and I'm like, and then they were like, and then I was totally like. It's so freaking annoying, dude. It's worse than a little kid. It's like a 15-year-old, but with the mental intellect, like, of a, I don't know, 5-year-old. That's what it's giving.
So I started the medicine that night, and actually that night, which was my second night there, more people were coming in, more girls, and I guess they remembered that I wanted to switch rooms. They're like, okay, you have to go switch rooms, but it's going to be with the old people. And I was like, old people? Because
Of course, you were judgmental about them too.
really thought it was just this little segregated place, but there was actually more to it. So we walked down this like really long path, and I ended up being.
So let me guess, she just was not getting along. That's probably more so what it was. She was not getting along with the people there.
Roommates, actually with someone that I still talk to today. She's on my Facebook.
Okay, so she's still in contact. Alright. I thought you were in the elderly ward though, no?
Everything, so that's kind of ironic. And that's
You need to learn what ironic means. It's not ironic.
a whole other story all in itself. So I became roommates with these two other girls. One of them was pretty normal, which is the one I still talk to now. But the other
Rude. Fucking rude.
one was really creepy.
Amber, they're all there because they have issues like you do, okay? So stop thinking that you're better than these people just because some of them have worse, mental health than you do. You're very quickly going to wind yourself back up in one of these places.
My girlfriend's mom just laughed really loud. They're downstairs and I heard her, so it must have been funny. Okay.
Eye roll. Oh my god.
This other girl was really creepy.
Just so fucking rude. But, also, I wonder why she isn't spending any time downstairs with them at all. No, let's just sit upstairs blabbing at our camera for no reason.
I remember one night we were sleeping and she started just, touching herself and, she kept saying, oh, Amberlynn, Amber. It was...
Amber. Okay, now, this is where I'm gonna call bullshit. The fuck? Everyone's just so fucking in love with her.
Really bad. I had to tell the staff and they wouldn't believe me. My roommate was witness and she kept saying, oh my god, it really is happening. That's a whole other story, but
Then I don't believe it. I'm sorry, I really don't. You're going to tell me that 2 patients told staff and they did absolutely nothing? Come on now.
every roommate I had, there was always some creepy instance and I just didn't want to deal.
Yeah, something tells me that most likely did not happen. Every single roommate I don't know, girl.
So I have so much I want to say, and I feel like I'm skipping everything.
I feel like she's just reading to us something that she read in a book, essentially.
Kind of about like meals. We weren't allowed to sit with guys. Everything we ate was off a plastic.
So you weren't allowed to sit with guys, but you were allowed to sit with guys in like rec areas and pass notes to them. Well, she wasn't allowed to pass the note, but she was allowed to talk with them in there. Huh?
We used plastic silverware, obviously, and
Yeah, you use plastic to this very day.
no forks though. It was always spoons. No knives, always spoons. Paper plates, napkins. We weren't allowed to have pens.
Yeah, Amber. That's how these places function.
We were able to have crayons. That is what I wrote Ronnie the little thing on. That's the only thing we were allowed to have was crayons. What we did on our free time really was just sit in this little like room, and there was a place for really small kids that I didn't know about, teenagers, and then older people.
She's like, I didn't know about the kids. I would have tried getting in with them.
And I had to sleep with the older people.
Because people your age did not like you, and maybe more mature people could handle you. Maybe.
So every day there was a few meetings that we did. This was like 10 years ago, so I don't remember everything, but I do remember there was every day we did this fun meeting where we all sat.
10 years ago, I don't remember everything, but I have a pretty solid frickin' picture to paint for you. Okay.
A circle, and there was always like a game that we played. But it was a way to kind of like express ourselves and just talk about like how we were feeling and why we were there, what we were gonna do to change. And
groundbreaking, yes, that is what you do. It's not just fun and games, Amber. You have to actually do work there. That's probably why she fucking hated it so much.
This and that. Day 5, I think it was. There was another meeting, and everyone shared how long they've been there. Staff shared some stories about how long people are usually there for, and people usually stayed easily longer than 3 months.
Jeez. I don't know. Is she saying that so that when, like, she gets out after a week or two, it's like, you guys, I was so much better than all of the crazy fucks in there? Is that basically what she's doing?
And I was like, no. There's no way. I wasn't happy there. I was odd there.
Amber, okay, how's that any different from wherever else you were?
Didn't get to shower. Like,
Girl, bye. Bye. They definitely were making sure you showered. Those facilities have showers. Please. If anything, you probably were refusing, like you do now.
Again, I had the same shirt and the same pants the whole time, never washed.
Bullshit. Bullshit, dude. Oh my god.
Not one time did I get to change or anything, and I found that to be really, really weird. I will say that. Like, no.
There's no way that's true. There's just no way. How is it that Amberlynn has just been thrown into incompetent facilities her entire life? Like, I don't have a ton of trust in the system, but I know that there are standards and practices.
Once. And the whole time I was there, I got to shower one time.
That's a lie. The whole time she was there, they probably only got her to shower one time.
But I'm getting to the point where how long I had to stay. It was, yeah, the 5th day, everyone was like sharing like how long they've been there and this and that. And I was like, I've only been here 5 days. And everyone's like, da da da. I was to the point where faking my happiness became really easy.
Eye roll. She thinks she really got one over on them, not like she needed to frickin' be there. And even back then, she couldn't recognize when she needed help.
I faked my answers when I talked to people.
And the thing is, do you really think that they fucking believed her? Do you really think that they did? I doubt it. Her audience doesn't believe a goddamn word she says. She ain't that bright. There's no way she's going to be able to pull it over on professionals.
I acted as if my Wellbutrin was helping, even though I was only on it for like 2 or 3 days, even though like antidepressants do not start kicking in until like
Yeah, exactly. So they knew you were full of shit.
2 or 3 weeks. So it was all a bunch of B freaking S.
And I guarantee you they knew that, Amber. They knew that. But also, I mean, it's different with kids. But I imagine some facilities, if they recognize that this person is not trying at all, I wonder if they would just give up and be like, you know what, we can recommend you to this program or this facility or to this doctor, but I don't think this location works best for you. I don't know. Maybe that's a possibility.
But I did everything they told me to, and day 6, I talked to those 3 same people yet again, and I was like, you know, I'm happy, I'm fine, I can go home, I promise I won't do it again.
There's no way. There's just no way.
And I got to go home on day 6.
There's no way. Like, something had to have been going on or something. I'm not saying, like, anything bad related to her, but I just wonder what the hell, like, because you would very clearly see and very quickly see, like, oh no, this girl's got some issues, unless they recognized that she isn't an actual physical threat to herself like that. It's more that she's a manipulative person. Because that can be the case.
I couldn't even believe it. That's finally when I cried in front of people. I was so happy. I was around so many weird people.
Rude, Amber. Those were sick people that needed help and they were in the right place to get it, okay? Of course you look down on them. You're, see, this is my thing, is she is so mentally fucked. She has no right to talk about anyone else in that manner.
Like, the day before, this little girl got restrained and a needle went into her arm in front of me, and I felt like I didn't belong there, really. Like, I understand.
No, you did. You definitely did.
And that I was so depressed that I just didn't want to be on this earth anymore. But I feel like sometimes people get like that, and I wouldn't really kill myself.
You're correct, Amber. It was a manipulation tactic, and it was for attention. I'm not saying that everyone is like that. Absolutely not. And when you're faced with that in the moment, you really can't think about like, oh, well, is this person really going to do it or not? It's just one of those things, like, it sends you into a state of emergency, no matter who says it to you. But that's why, sorry, that's why manipulative abusers like Amberlynn use that.
But I want to say that those 6 days changed my life.
Oh, yeah? Yeah, made you a whole hell of a lot worse, I bet. Honestly, that intensive of care, something that she never got again, probably did teach her a lot about attempting. I'm not going to say she was ever majorly successful with it, but attempting to manipulate people better. Because that's all the mental health help she's gotten has been, is just a way for her to progress her manipulation.
Because I stopped feeling like I wanted to die. I saw people in that mental hospital that were way worse off. I actually left the mental hospital happy. And the whole time I was faking happiness, and I left actually happy. And
she got her girl interrupted moment. Girl, go fucking figure.
I saw my mom the day I got out.
She thinks she's fucking Winona Ryder. You know it. You know it.
And she was like in tears. And she was like, oh my God, you seem like a different person.
Bitch. 6 days. In 6 days, Amberlynn just magically became a different fucking person. Yeah, okay. Okay. But 10 years. And she hasn't changed a bit. What a fucking bullshit lie.
I don't know what it is.
Well, it's probably your honeymoon phase. You got removed from the situation, so now you have to ass kiss for a little bit, but I guarantee you in like a couple hours, maybe a day, it'll go back to how it was.
I don't know what it was, but being in that mental hospital changes somebody. I can definitely tell you that, even though
Well, girl, then you need another fucking visit, but maybe for 3 months this time.
it was 6 days, it was still a lot of freaking hours that I had to deal with just weirdness.
Rude. Once again, Amber, stop.
That's really the only way I can describe it, was just weirdness, because everywhere I turned something weird was happening, and I didn't feel, it almost feels like a dream. And I left. I stayed on Wellbutrin for a couple more years, and honestly, it worked. It helped.
So then why did you discontinue taking it?
And one of the weird rules was that if I got caught with a knife 10 years, for 10 full years after I left the mental hospital, I would have to go back.
Huh? What?
I mean, even if it was just a knife in my purse, like,
Why the fuck would you have that?
for like safety reasons, if a cop saw it on me and they saw that I had that, like, that I was in a mental hospital or whatever, that I would have to go back to a mental hospital. That was the only thing that was like a rule for me. I don't even know.
To be fair, there are many other self-defense techniques or items other than a knife. So you wouldn't even want a knife anyways. You have to think about what's going to keep the person the furthest away from you. A knife is very intimate. You have to be very, very close for a knife to work. You don't want to be that close to someone that wants to attack you. The fuck? Mace 'em.
I just wanted to share this because it's like,
And you can buy that shit at Walmart, okay? It's not legal in some states. And I'm not telling y'all to break the law. But you can buy mace at pretty much any Walmart. And like actual mace, not bear mace. Although that'll do the job too.
I've been there. I have been so freaking depressed that I wanted to die, but I somehow managed to get over it. I do want to say, well,
It was all a manipulation tactic. Guaranteed.
Wellbutrin helped. I do want to say those meetings helped. I do want to say that seeing people worse off helped, and it all helped.
Listen, I have said before that, like, sometimes you get into those places and you do realize, like, the severity, you know? And it does kind of put it into perspective sometimes. Like, okay, I do have a lot to be grateful for, okay? Just the fact that, like, I can sit here and recognize my issues are a lot less than some other people's in the same environment as me. Sometimes that's enough to, like, kind of wake you up out of it a little bit. It more so just, like, makes you grateful. I don't think that's what Amberlynn's getting at. She feels better than these people. It's just odd to me because she can go into these places, recognize that there are people way worse off than her who aren't in control of their actions or their thoughts. You, Amberlynn, at least have some of that. You have some control. You have the choice. And yet you choose to not make it. That's the difference, is like some people might go into that situation and come out of it grateful, with a different outlook on their own situation. And that will lead to more recovery. Amberlynn, no. She said it was so traumatizing. She victimized herself the entire time.
But I just want you guys to know that if you're dealing with depression or suicidal thoughts, just know that you're stronger than that and you can get through it. whether you go to a mental hospital or whether you don't, because you are stronger than your mind will ever be.
And yet you can't take that advice when it comes to your addiction? Okay.
And I have faith in you, and I just need you to have faith in yourself.
I hate when she comes on the soapbox and is all inspiration, Lynn. I just hate it.
There are some things
She's not the person you want to hear from.
I went through in the mental hospital I just don't feel like talking about. This is already almost 21 minutes long, but just for the most part, it was a crazy...
Yeah, it was probably her behavior that she doesn't want to actually talk about. I almost guarantee it.
experience. I will never forget it in my whole entire life.
You need to go back, dog.
And I hope you guys enjoyed this video. And if anyone says that I'm lying, I swear, because I make these videos
See? She tells on herself, dude.
to prove to you guys that I'm real, I'm raw, and shit.
Oh my god. So she was being called a liar for something at this point. And this is her, I'm so real, I'm so raw, I'm so honest, you guys.
I've
Fuck.
gone down. And I want you guys to share your stories with me.
No, don't, y'all, don't. Because Amber and people like her love to use your personal stories and then turn it against you.
If you have, if you're bipolar, schizophrenia, you're depressed, anything, let me know in the comments below because I will be there for you, I promise. And
oh, but remember, she doesn't read the comments, you guys. She only reads the first, 5 or 10 and then forgets the rest. But let her know. Let her know because she will read them if you let her know. I'm losing my mind.
and I will see you guys in my next video. Bye.
Good lord. I'm not going to say that was brutal because honestly, for almost an hour and a half video, that wasn't that bad. I just don't know if I can really buy it. I don't know if I can. But watch, in a week or so, maybe 2 weeks, we're going to get a 3-second clip of her and Mama Lynn, and she's going to be like, you remember the time you picked me up from the mental hospital? Oh my god, and I, cried? Under the table, she's holding, a knife to Mama Lynn's thigh, say yes. I'm kidding. Anyways, you guys, thank you so much for tuning on in, especially if you stuck around this long. Good lord. I don't think this is the longest Big Cherry Retro React, but it's definitely pushing it. Thank you so much. Let me know your thoughts down in the comments. Like and subscribe, become a... I hope everyone has a wonderful rest of their day, and I will catch you in the next one. Take care.